Good morning, everybody in LDA land. It's your favorite friend, Agent K. And we're coming off a location of the Anthem of the Seas in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So, this is day 2. I wanted to give you some little background of the cruise so far. I am putting together a first day video, which got me embarking onto the ship, as well as some of the experiences that I have done. I haven't recorded everything because I only recorded when I was alone, so I didn't record any of the people that I have met so far to protect their privacy. But if they see me recording and they want to get on video, of course I will put them on video. But the hair, ain't it cute? And I'm getting used to the dark brows because it's been a while since I have my brows done, and I like it. It frames the face a little bit better. But let's talk first day impressions. First of all, my friends, my family, this ship is huge. I mean, absolutely huge. The videos on Royal Caribbean do not give it justice. And the room is huge. This is probably the biggest balcony I have ever been in my life. I could give this an extra 10 to 20 feet over Norwegian. There is a lot of room on this balcony room. I went out on the balcony twice yesterday. It's absolutely freezing, but it is what it is, and I'm just trying to wait for warmer weather because Puerto Rico was canceled. We are now cruising for 4 days to our first island, which is cool. I'm not like over stressing it because it gives me time to do little short videos for you guys, do some extra work that I'm working on, as well as do my podcast, which I'm hoping to ship it out, so to speak, on the ship. I am using the ship Wi-Fi. I also purchased Verizon travel plan for the 2 weeks. That was $100. That is my backup plan in case the Wi-Fi is not working. So far, so good. The Wi-Fi is working excellent. I was able to do a video call last night, and yes, I wasn't in the international waters, but we had just left the dock in Bayonne, and we were on our way into international waters. So that's it. Yes, you have to wear a mask everywhere you go. Royal Caribbean, and this is one I have used, does provide you with 2 little paper masks with their logo on it. You can also go to guest services if you need more, but I brought my own little box of, I think this is 50 or 150, box of 50 disposable masks in black to come with me. So you do have to wear a mask everywhere you go, except for when you're at the pool, select outdoor areas, and that's only if you are separated by people. If it's a crowded outside area, of course, on the ship you have to wear your mask. And you have to wear, you don't wear it at the pool, and you don't wear it while you're eating. And you don't wear it in your room, obviously. I am being told that for a ship that can hold close to 5,000 passengers, and that's 5,000 guests, out that 5,000, this sailing only has 1,840 people on board, which is a lot of that's a lot of space. During my packing and getting ready for this trip, I was also part of a cruise board, and on the cruise board, there was people canceling because they could not get in because of the snow. New York got a snowstorm that rerouted a lot of air flights and trains and stuff like that. And then a lot of people were canceling because of Omicron. So off that board, it was like 400 of us on that board. I would say a good third. No, that's a little too high. Maybe 30 to, I would say 60 people canceled and did what Royal Caribbean calls a lift and shift. And I do believe this was the last voyage date that you could do lift and shift. You can't do it on another cruise, but don't mark my words for it. Yeah. So first impressions. Besides the outside, the ship being huge, the inside is even bigger. Yeah, it is astronomical inside. It's just a feast to your eyes. I went yesterday to the Royal Esplanade, which is 2 decks, 4 and 5, and there's shopping, there are restaurants, there's performances. It's just awesome on those decks. It's just wow, thank you Jesus type of thing, you know. And then I ate at Chic for the key welcome lunch, and that is a restaurant for unvaccinated people. But during the embarking, they had the key lunch there. It's very fancy. I think all the main dining rooms are very fancy. I went to, God, what was the other one? Hold on. I went to another main dining room for dinner where I joined Tim and Karen and their son, Brandon. We rode in together. Those were my road dogs on the Uber. We met on the board when I put out a posting saying, anybody want to share a cab to the cruise port? And they had already had their cab arranged and paid for. And it was like, hey, just come on ours and just help us with the tip. And that's what I did. It was really cool. They're from Canada. And this is Tim's first Royal Caribbean leaving from New York. This is Brandon's first Royal Caribbean, period. And Karen is cool. And she's a nurse. He owns his own business, and Brandon just turned 18. So this is an awesome type of ship for all of us to be embarking from. This is my first Royal Caribbean cruise, leaving from New York. So I don't know if I will do New York in the wintertime again, leaving on a ship, because I'm finding, because of the snow and the jet streams and all that stuff, that it's a little more rocky than I'm used to. And I'm sorry, I got stuck on some ice because I'm getting a lot of dehydration, and I wasn't expecting that in such cold weather. But I'm always thirsty. Anyway, it was a little rocky first night sleeping, and that's because we were pulling out of the cold weather jet stream that is around New York. So of course it was a little rocky. We're still pulling out, as I'm recording this, out that type of weather. So I can actually, this isn't the first time on a higher deck that I can actually feel the ship a little, the waves pushing the ship, going back and forth. It's not so harsh that there are things moving back and forth on the countertops or anything like that, but it's just something that I feel, and maybe that's because I still don't have my sea legs, and that's possible. But it's just a gentle swaying, and I'm not using such swaying during the day. At night, when I'm about to go to sleep, that has been my past experience. I get that gentle swaying, and I will open the balcony door, and we'll be in the tropics, and the breeze would come in and the swaying, and it would put me to sleep. Because my body is going through something right now. I'm feeling everything. I think after my body is done what it's doing and I get used to the ship, then I will point blank be settled. The bed, when I came in and I did the bed test, it was too hard for me. So my wonderful room attendant came and put a feather bed on top of it, feather duvet on top, and made it over, and is a little more comfortable for me. That was cool. I like the attention to my name. So, for those of you who don't know, right, I have a little thing with my name. So, when I was young and my name was misspelled on my birth certificate, my mom never went and got it fixed. So, on my birth certificate, instead of spelled the Kaisha, it's spelled Kaisa. As an adult, I never thought about getting it fixed because all the important documents that I consider important, my educational record and all that other stuff, was the proper spelling. Yes, I've had 2 jobs that were like, oh, we got to spell it the way it's on your identification. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. But when I do all my professional anything, it's spelled with the H. So when I got on the ship, right, and I did my reservation, I had to do it under the way it's spelled on my license. When I get on all these different cruises and everything, they spell it like on their identification. I did write my preferred spelling on the registration, and believe it or not, and I'm just going to show you one thing, which is my confirmation for chef's table tonight, and this is on all my documents. It's spelled with the H, and I'm just like so pleasantly surprised. And it was like that even when I checked in. Speaking of check-in, I couldn't film it. I could not film it. It was less than 10 minutes. It was so quick. I had all my documents printed out. I had my folder. The only thing that I didn't do was the health screening, and that's only because the app didn't load it up for me until after I got on the cruise. But that's okay. I did the health screening while I was there. That was so quick. I couldn't even whip out my phone fast enough to actually do the check-in. Everything is modernized. Everything is by computer. I appreciate that. Okay, I really do. My room key was actually at the room, So that was not done until 2 o'clock. The E-drill, the E-mustard drill, that was a little bit longer and a little bit more confusing. So, not confusing on me, obviously, but confusing for the person who was doing the mustard drill. And I'm going to tell you why. So, they have their own little scanners and they scan your C-Pass, which at that time was on my phone because I hadn't got my C card from the room because the room wasn't ready yet. And when they scanned my C-Pass, it wouldn't register as me on the ship. And they had to scan it several times. So then the good thing is they had the paper back up and they looked on the paper and I was there. So they apologized. I watched the 2 videos, which was a life jacket as well as the air horn. I showed him where it was completed. He told me, and he was like, well, I don't even have to show you how to put it on because you watched the video. So I'm just going to do this really short bit with you and then I'm going to sign you off. So the short bit was, if the air horn comes on, grab your essential medication, something warm, and report to, warm clothing, I should say, and report to your E-muster. So I was like, oh, that's it? All right, cool. E-muster without that little hiccup would have been 5 minutes. So here we are. I took 5 minutes out of my vacation to do the E-muster. I did walk around decks 4 and 5. I went to deck 14, which is the pool deck. I got my first drink. The rum runner. And the guy kept saying rum rummer. And I'm like, okay, it's rum rummer. And some other things that I noticed, they're not doing plastic bottles for bottled water, so it's in can, and it's delicious. It doesn't have an aftertaste or anything. It's really, really, really good. For this cruise, I have the deluxe beverage package, the ultimate dining, and the key program. The key program gave us lunch yesterday. They brought me a fruit plate for today, well, for yesterday, and I ate the banana, and I woke up this morning and I wanted a pear, so I ate the pear, and then went back to sleep. I will tell you, for the food in the MDR and room service, they're small portions. And I'm not knocking that because it's if you're noticing my body rocking, that's because the ship is rocking. I apologize. And it's not a bad rock. It's not an annoying rock yet, but we'll see. They're smaller portions. It's like my nutritionist is on board and saying, okay, this is what everybody has. Tonight I have the chef's table, which I'm going to record as much as I can with that because that's the experience that I've been dying to do. It's going to be very decadent. Tonight is also formal night, so I have my dress for formal night, which I'm going to take out and hang up so that it's not going to be wrinkled anyway, but so that it can just, look really nice. It's a nice little lace number. I have on pajamas, softest pajamas I ever had on my body, and they have cats all over them. And everybody knows I'm not a cat person, but they were on sale and they're very soft. Made sleeping very, very comfortable. And for dinner last night, I had the battered fish seafood in one of the main dining rooms. with the mint peas. The peas were good. The fish was good. I did not eat the mashed potatoes because I don't eat nobody's mashed potatoes. And then for dessert, I asked them to give me a chocolate brownie with a scoop of ice cream, being very simple. I've had chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream on the first day of the cruise, and I haven't had ice cream in a long time. The brownie was missing walnuts, and I told the head waiter of the room, and he was like, I will make sure they make it with walnuts next time. This is how it is. Now, speaking of the small portions, you can always ask for more. That's what a lot of new cruisers don't know. If you're still hungry, they're gonna feed you. There is food on this ship for 5,000 passengers. If you want a second entree, you can have that second entree. If you want more dessert, you want more dessert. I'm really eating, my eating habits is kind of weird. So this trip is also gonna, I already know, open my appetite a lot, so that so I'm actually eating small meals. I have not gone into the Windjammer, which is a huge buffet. So I know tomorrow I'm gonna, if not today, I'm gonna end up going into the Windjammer and eating too much. Monday, the one thing I am trying to do, which I know I'm gonna have to go to the activities desk because I can't book it on my phone, is get on North Star. I want to do that at least twice while I'm here. And I just got to make the reservation. It goes by reservation. It's 30 minutes. There's also an extended North Star, which I probably won't be going on. The first one I'm hoping to record for you guys, it is a 30-minute ride, and it takes you out in the ocean, and you see everything from 360 and 300 feet up in the air. Yeah, and then I am going to see if I can do other things as well. I am also doing some work from work. So a good thing with Puerto Rico being canceled and having all these sea days in the beginning is that I can carve out like 2-3 hours just to get some work done and then send that off to work, and then I can do what I need to do later. So it's going to be fun, I think. I am enjoying this cruise. I'm more relaxed just being on the cruise ship. I don't know what it is about a cruise ship, but it does relax me a lot. And I'm not feeling pressure or anything like that. So I really am enjoying this. I am going to try to do like a daily impression video every day. I am putting together first day cruise video for you. I'm also going to try to do another cruise just sea day, so you can get an idea of what it is like a sea day, and then go straight into the actual, cruising and doing the ports and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna end this now. If you like what you saw, please, I do ask you to like and subscribe. I have broke the 20s. But now the next goal is to break the 30s. So please subscribe so that we can all be friends and you can get more updates on my cruise and my life. I am so happy you could join me. Thank you and